Το επόμενο θέμα παρουσιάζει την διάλεξη που έδωσε ο Ύπατος Αρμοστής της Κύπρου, κ. Ευριπίδης Ευριδιάδης, με θέμα Κύπρος, Ευρωπαϊκή Ένωση και Ανατολική Ευρώπη. Την εκδήλωση τίμησαν με την παρουσία τους ο Πρέσβης της Ελλάδος, κ. Κωνσταντίνος Μπίκας, πολλοί ξένοι διπλωμάτες, εκπρόσωποι της Πρεσβείας της Ελλάδος και της Κυπριακής Υπάτης Αρμοστείας. Ο κ. Ευριδιάδης παρουσίασε τους λόγους για τους οποίους η Κύπρος και η Ευρωπαϊκή Ένωση είναι σημαντικές η μία για την άλλη, καθώς και για τη μακροχρόνια ασφάλεια, ανάπτυξη και οικονομική ευημερία της Ευρώπης. Εμείς θα παρακολουθήσουμε ένα απόσπασμα από την σημαντική διάλεξη. Τον κύριο Ευριδιάδη προσφώνησε στο βήμα ο κύριος Κώστας Κλεάνθους, Chairman of the Hellenic Community Trust. Ας περάσουμε να παρακολουθήσουμε την παρουσίαση από τον κύριο Κλεάνθους και στη συνέχεια απόσπασμα από την ομιλία του Ύπατου Αρμοστή της Κυπριακής Δημοκρατίας, κύριο Ευριπίδη Ευριδιάδη.
Your Excellencies, friends, members of the various societies I see from the community here, which is very, very pleasant to see you all. We are particularly happy and proud to have our speaker tonight. His Excellency is particularly in a particularly good position to talk about this subject, having served as Cypriot ambassador and in other positions in most of the countries which are involved in the problems of the Middle East as we have today. He has served as ambassador to the United States, representing us also in most of the international bodies which are centered in America, the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, the Inter-American States Association, whatever it's called, the Civil Aviation Organization. He has served as ambassador besides the United States to the Netherlands, to Israel, and he served at Bonn in Germany. He has served in Moscow, and he served in Tripoli. Israel, did I mention? So he really has a very wide knowledge of all the countries which are involved in the problems of the Middle East at present. I think most of you know him, and I'm not going to spend very much more time introducing him, other than to say, even from an academic point of view, his master degree in public administration from the John F. Kennedy School of Government and Harvard University actually was on international affairs and security. And I think that is very, very important. He's an enthusiast, as I think you will know. He has incredible energy. He is certainly one of the most dedicated High Commissioners we have had with his work, both in his diplomatic work here, but also representing in the Cypriot community. Those of you who may not know the Cypriot community very well, we have a very large community here, 200,000 to 300,000 people, and the High Commissioner is called upon really to play a very large part in the community as well. I have known every single High Commissioner we've had since the Republic was established, and I can honestly say I cannot remember of anyone who has managed these two tasks better than our speaker today. And this is a great, and we really are extremely grateful to him. I won't take any more of your time up, but I just wanted to register that. And without any more ado, I would like to call upon our High Commissioner to come and speak on his subject, which is up for you all to see today. Mr. Evriadis.
Thank you, Kostas, and for your very, very kind but very, very generous and exaggerated words. I wanted to pinch myself to make sure that, and it's nice to hear something about something good while somebody's alive, because I will not be able to hear anything in my funeral. But then again, somebody might say we might be able to hear in our funeral. But really, it's a great pleasure to be here with you. I would like to make special welcome to the Greek colleague, the ambassador from Romania, colleagues from the United States, Ghana, Germany, Slovakia, Poland. I hope I'm not forgetting everyone that are here to to hear what I have to say, or lack thereof. Greatly appreciated, and each and every one of you that has taken time out of your hectic schedule to be here with us. And greatly appreciated. At the outset, I would like to pay tribute to the Hellenic Center, to the wonderful work that is being done here for many, many years now, in terms of promoting arts, music, ideas, history, culture, politics, all of the above. Special tribute, of course, to Kostas, who made the introduction, but also always the power behind the throne, which is Agathi Kalispera. So, Kalispera σας. Good evening to you too, Kalispera. Great pleasure to be here with you. I'm going to talk to you about Cyprus, the EU, and the Eastern Mediterranean. It is a tall order because each and every cluster can be a talk in itself. But given the fact that we are living in an entwined world where everything is linked to everything else, I want to have a forest view and then dissect a little bit the trees. I will try to do this in half an hour that I'm allotted, 35 minutes, and then of course open it to questions and answers, because all of us believe in the Socratic method of teaching through exchange, because also the questions are educational for me as well. So let me point out, I collect maps. I mean, I have close to 70 pieces or so of just Cyprus itself, and one of my favorite maps, and I have maybe 4 or 5 editions of this, is this map of Blau, Amsterdam, 1647. It shows Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, being pulled by the swans, being born in Paphos. You see here the doves, you see Cupid, you see here the Lusinians, you see the Ottomans. And I like this map, and I wanted to start with that because it shows Cyprus, one, indivisible, everlasting, no dividing lines, big enough for all its people. Okay? And I wanted to start with that. Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, she was born in Cyprus. She could have chosen any place to be born on earth, but yet she chose to be born in Cyprus, and there's a good reason for it. And I want to whet your appetite now. We just participated in the well-traveled market, and this year, hopefully, we will pass the 1 million mark of United Kingdom citizens visiting Cyprus. So, and tourism is a multiplier for us, and in the High Commission, we also try to promote the holistic interests of the Republic, as all of us as diplomats trying to do. All the diplomats here will attest, whether it is trade, whether it is business, whether it is investments, and I want to whet your appetite for you to go back to Cyprus, and for anyone that hasn't visited to do so. Okay, culture, history, Sultan Tekke Larnaca, the Kurion, and the Colosseum. Now, when people think about Cyprus, my experience here has been that when they think about Cyprus, they think of Cyprus as a problem. I can understand that. I'm not oblivious to reality. At best, they think of it as a tourist destination. I want to showcase to you a Cyprus that is a little bit different than that, because we are not monothematic. I don't have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't have Cyprus as breakfast, lunch, and dinner, even though, of course, it is the closest thing to my DNA, because if you dissect my DNA, you will find Cyprus written on it. And next year, I will complete 40 years in the diplomatic service of my country. Cyprus, of course, a member of the UN, the Commonwealth, Council of Europe, and the EU. When we talk about Cyprus, very often I'm being faced with the question, well, which Cyprus are you? Are you North Cyprus? Are you South Cyprus? Are you Greek Cyprus? Are you Turkish Cyprus? Are you a Greek Cypriot? Are you a Turkish Cypriot? First, I'm a Cypriot of Greek ethnic background and very proud of it. But Cypriots of Turkish ethnic background are also proud of their heritage, Armenians, Maronites, and Latins. So for us, there is only one Cyprus. There is no Greek or Turkish Cyprus, no North or South Cyprus, one Cyprus for all its people, because Cyprus, of course, does not belong to either Greece or Turkey or to the United Kingdom, which is the other governmental power in the picture. So terminology is important, because when we talk has a lot to do with the way we think. Make sure somebody keeps time so I don't go over time, and just give me the signal, please. Okay. Self-declared Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus in the northern part of Cyprus in 1983 has been repeatedly condemned by the United Nations as spurious, illegal, asking all states not to assist or in any way assist. Our foreign policy, based on the United Nations Charter, EU principles, values, believing in a rules-based international legal system. Why? Because that system has to be objectively administered in order to safeguard and to promote our rights. Respect of rule of law, cooperation, mutual interest, understanding, tolerance and dialogue with all neighbors is the bedrock of interstate relations. And we aspire to be credible, predictable, reliable partner for the West, that is a security producer that plays an important role in promoting peace and stability in the region. I may seem that I am everywhere, but hopefully in the end everything will come together, and obviously you will have time to ask me questions and to grill me. Geography in the region is where we all are. I start from a very simple axiom. It may sound as if it is a buzzword, and it is, but there is substance in it. Geography is destiny. If I could take Cyprus and put it next to Luxembourg, next to Germany, my history would be different, but I cannot do that. So I start from a basic axiom that geography is destiny. In this day and age, no island is an island, especially in our intertwined world. As you can see there, Cyprus is situated at the three continents, Europe, Asia, and Africa, an interconnecting bridge. Despite its size and limited capabilities, Cyprus's geographical position, its flight information region, its exclusive economic zones, what is happening, give it another dimension, which is very, very often overlooked. This is our flight information region, as you see it, as has been inherited by the British, and this is so all the air traffic that you see has to pass through our own. That goes to Europe or goes to Africa. It has to pass through Cyprus's FIR, Flight Information Region. Cyprus and the European Union. We acceded the European Union together with Romania, with Hungary, and the Big Bang in 2004. Cyprus's accession to the European Union is the single most important development that has happened to the country since 1960. I cannot stress that enough. It was Jean Monnet that was one of the visionaries of the EU who said that if you change the context, you change the problem. So Cyprus's accession to the European Union is the single most important strategic development. Regrettably, Cyprus acceded to the European Union divided, okay? But this is the reality. But the Eastern Mediterranean spells geostrategic importance, sea lanes, air corridors, Suez Canal, trade, energy, asymmetrical threats. By virtue of Cyprus's accession to the European Union in 2004, the hallmark of the European Union, which has always been extending the zone of peace and stability to the countries that it has engulfed, that has been the hallmark of the European Union, despite all the debate is in this country. Okay? By that virtue, by that axiom, the EU has extended itself in the strategic corner of the Eastern Mediterranean. Through Cyprus, yes. The southern dimension of the enlargement, including Malta. And that is strategically very, very important, as recent events have shown, and as I will try to show. Mediterranean, refugee crisis, migration, crisis, Syria, Iraq, Libya, etc. No need to go through that. Mediterranean, pivotal importance for the United Kingdom, European and transatlantic security. Why? Because a lot of things dovetail there. And we cannot afford to have theaters of instability, conflict, and unpredictability. And historically, when Europe lost the waves, when Europe lost the Mediterranean, then problems and violence ensued in the entire European continent. The case in point, of course, is the refugee crisis. No longer in the doorsteps of Europe, but inside Europe. And it comes from that region. People are in their desperation leave. They go through Turkey, they go through Greece, of course. The Greek ambassador is much more authorized to talk about these things. So it is frightfully important. And Cyprus is right smack in the middle of it. Okay? Given the turmoil that exists in the Eastern Mediterranean, given the fact that the narrative has yet to be written in the Eastern Mediterranean, it behooves the EU, it behooves all strategic thinkers. My colleague from the United States is also more authorized to speak about these things than I am, to have predictable, credible, and reliable partners in the Eastern Mediterranean. Okay? That the international community is able to rely upon, not in search of identity, not in search of crisis, but we can rely on specific countries in the region. That will also be security producers, not security consumers. Okay? And this will in turn further European values in partnership with countries in the region, because we shouldn't be going to the region dictating, but in partnership. We shouldn't be patronizing, because then of course that creates other problems. Cyprus is such a partner. It's a predictable, credible, and reliable partner in the Eastern Mediterranean. It belongs to the Western security system, even though not part of NATO, wants to join partnership for peace. Will remain anchored in this security system, not only because it is EU member, but also because this is the only way to ensure its own vital interests and survivability. As a well-trusted partner in the region with closer friendly relations with all its neighbors, except one, which obviously I will talk about it, and I will address later. And it has proven, time after time, that it can adopt a constructive, predictable, bridging regional role, thereby contributing to security and stability in the region. Fight against asymmetrical threats like terrorism, proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, unwavering immediate fight against ISIS. We didn't have to think twice about fighting ISIS, unlike some other countries in the region. The immediate access of the use of ports, airports, hospitals, and other logistical support for various operations. The bases, the British bases that exist in Cyprus, that is where the hub is for the United Kingdom in its fight against ISIS in Iraq. And let me backtrack. When we're talking about the Republic of Cyprus, of course we're talking east, west, north, south, except the two British bases. The British bases are not part of the Republic, and they are not part of EU, despite the fact that Cyprus and the United Kingdom is EU. And that's, I should have said it at the beginning. Some specific examples: destruction of the Syrian chemical weapons of OPCW mission, staging ground of headquarters for UNIFIL. UNIFIL is the United Nations Force in Lebanon operation, humanitarian evacuations, Lebanon 2006, Egypt on my watch. When I was political director, it was American NGOs that they were evacuated via Cyprus from Egypt, and under my watch as political director, at the instructions of my president, of course, and my foreign minister. So, all these things, of course, we can upgrade ourselves more, we can offer more, and we can achieve a greater relevance and optimize what we're trying to do with a solution. Because the division is a lose-lose for the people. By the way, everything I say is on the record. If any one of you are Twitter happy, feel free to tweet. Turkey, extremely strategic, important country, but there is a but. Even though I'm not here to do any bashing, okay? I'm not here to do any bashing because I come back to my geography being destiny. And geography is what it is, as we have seen on the map. The basic axiom in any foreign policy is that every country defines and pursues its national interest in multiple ways. Turkey is a strategically important country in the region. Historically and on numerous occasions has followed its own national interests, which are not always in line with those of the EU and the West. Need I remind World War I? Need I remind World War II? Need I remind some severe issues during the Cold War? Turkey has, as a big country, with its own, in pursuing of its own interests, and even recently now with ISIS, okay, it's only now that they're really fighting ISIS, and even at that, if one sees how many targets are hit ISIS and how many targets are hit to the Kurds, one would question that, irrespective. I said I'm not here to do bashing, I'm here to put some things on the table. Turkey is an EU acceding country, yet its record of alignment with the EU common positions on foreign policy issues is low and significantly lags behind the record of other acceding countries in 46% alignment that Turkey had in 2013 with 29% alignment in 2014. I'm often asked, who is losing Turkey? Why are you, as a Cypriot, helping them? First of all, our position is that Turkey should enter the European Union. Again, geography being destiny. Okay? At the same time, no such thing as a free lunch. Who is losing Turkey? Regrettably, in my mind, Turkey is losing Turkey. Because every single day, I can easily point out to you 15, 20, 30 things that go against the acquis communautaire. So if a country wants to join the European Union seriously and truly wants to join the European Union, then you align yourself to the EU for a policy. But Turkey also borders with Iran, with Iraq, with Syria. Therefore, it's another neighborhood. It is not EU continent.